Hi, this is VG Jasper, one third of the trio known as Kaidama Translations. I am a translator slash editor for the group, and I also manage our Twitter, Tumblr, and Gmail accounts. This is a promo for Kaoru Kun by Suguro Chayamachi, which is our first digital manga guild title. And bear with me if this is a little bit scripted because I'm not a good ad lover. So let's take it from here. I'm going to be briefly discussing my thoughts on the plot, the dialogue, and the art. So let's go. Here's an image of our cast of characters in the first four chapters, which deal with Kaoru-kun, our titular character, and the people he interacts with, those that help him grow as a person. You can see his evolution from a scared, quiet child to an adolescent who's curious about the world, himself, and the people in it. He's trying to figure out his place in, life. Uh, the first one shot following Karu's story, which is the fifth chapter, it deals with right and wrong, especially when viewed through a child's eyes. Shades of gray versus black and white. And the last chapter, which is our second one shot, deals with the human condition. Really, what does it mean to be human? And can someone else, not human, experience that? Teach us about it. Um, let's move on to the dialogue. In the original Japanese, it was straightforward but complicated at the same time because there's a lot unsaid that needs to be inferred, and this is very characteristic of the Japanese style of communication. A lot of reading between the lines. Uh, we tried to convey that sense of buried meanings, buried feelings without translation, and I hope we succeeded. Here are two examples. The first one is from chapter 2. It's a heated exchange between Kaoru and his friend Kairu. And this one is a very direct example. They're trying to understand each other as well as explain their situations. And the second image has very little text. It's from chapter 3, but there's a lot of meaning that's not expressed verbally that you can feel when you look at it. Those are two examples of the dialogue. Lastly, the art. In my opinion, it differs markedly from other manga I've read. As Taroke, Kaidama's other translator slash editor put it, it's stripped down to give the story the spotlight. Anything more would be a distraction. And I think that's a really great description because uh, there's so much detail and not, that you really need to focus on what's going on with the characters. The setting and, they don't really interfere with anything, with any of the important stuff. And it's really great how Chayamachi telegraphs the characters' emotions and their actions without overdoing anything, without any extraneous miscellaneous stuff. So here are two examples of that. Um, in the first image, you can see Unisan's fear and anxiety over Kaoru's situation. And in the second image, you can see how the protagonist reacts when he sees that the villain of the story is a child. So that's just look those over and you'll see what I'm talking about. Basically to wrap things up, I wouldn't really classify this as yaoi so much as slice of life, drama. It really does, like I said before, really all the stories in some way really do deal with the human condition, and like sexuality is it's peripheral. It's just on the border. It's not even really an issue. Um, but yeah, read it if you're in the mood for something deep. Something that'll make you question, your thoughts on life, things like that. And if you do buy it and you read it, let us know what you think. If you have any comments, different interpretation, if you disagree, agree. No flame wars. I will fight you to the death for debate. Just kidding. But yeah, we'd really like to know what the readers, feel, how they viewed our work. So you can find our contact information in the box below. Thanks a lot for watching, and the copyright information and all that is also there. So, peace.